Hello everyone. I'm going to be teaching you guys about the solar system today, and I think this one is really going to get your guys' thinking caps moving. Now, the solar system is within a galaxy, and we've only reached a certain part of that. We still have 99.9% of the universe that is undiscovered. But for today, we'll be talking about our home. Now, the solar system we are a part of consists of 8 planets. And we will talk about each planet individually and in order as we move on. The whole universe was created almost 13.1 billion years ago, largely due to the fact of the Big Bang. The Big Bang was when there was no matter, no planets, no stars, nothing, just darkness. And it was caused by pressure, and all that built up pressure gave us our solar system. Now, this is just a little scale of what our solar system looks like. Those little rings you see going through each of the individual planets are called a gravitational orbit. It is how planets circle the sun, and the gravity from the sun is so huge that it pulls all the planets to the center of our solar system. Starting with the most crucial part of our universe is our sun. Now, the sun makes up of 99.86% of the mass in the solar system. Its gravity is what makes the solar system unique. Now, gravity is when an object is pulled to a bigger part of mass. And since the sun is so big, it only makes sense that the center of the solar system. Now, did you know that almost 1 million Earths could fit inside the sun? Yes, it really is that big. Unfortunately, one day the sun will consume the Earth. But luckily, that's not going to be happening for a very, very, very long time. We will be talking about each of these planets, starting with Mercury. Now, Mercury happens to be the first planet to orbit the sun, and it is also the fastest. You might be surprised that it is actually not the hottest, even though it is closest to the sun. The planet Mercury is made up of gases, which are oxygen, sodium, hydrogen, helium, and potassium. This causes landforms of Mercury to not fully form due to its high heat. Now, the next planet we're talking about is Venus. Now, Venus happens to be the hottest planet in our solar system due to its gases. It's made mostly of gases and has no moons, and it is the brightest of any other object in the night sky besides the moon. And Venus is the only planet to spin clockwise as it orbits. Can you guess what the temperature of Venus is? Almost 900 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty hot. I don't think I want to be there on a summer day. Now, for this one, I hope you're all able to guess which one it is, but it is our home, Earth. Earth is the third planet to orbit the sun, as well as it being the only one of 2 planets in our solar system to house life. Now, give some thought on what you might think the second one will be. But Earth is also the only known planet to house a large body of water. No one can seem to find any other large bodies of water on other planets or moons. Now, Earth is roughly around 4.54 billion years old, making it the 3rd oldest planet in our solar system. Now, the next planet is our neighbor, Mars. Mars happens to be a plan for us to go in the future when Earth seems to be getting overpopulated. But that's not going to happen for a long time. Now, if you said Mars was the second planet to have life on it, you would be correct. A couple years ago, a study was found that Mars actually has bacteria, meaning that life is on Mars. Now, Mars is most similar to Earth, and it used to be like Earth until its core became solid and lost all protection from UV rays. And it happens to be the second smallest planet in our solar system. Now we're going to go on to one of the big boys. We have Jupiter. Now, this giant is the largest planet in our solar system, and it has 14 times the gravity of Earth. If you were to stand on Jupiter, I think you just might be Superman, because no one, and I mean no one, can stand with that force. Now, notice anything... Oh, excuse me. I'm going to go back here. Notice anything wrong with, or notice anything odd with the planet? Yeah, the giant red spot on Jupiter. It goes for almost 10,000 miles and is the biggest known cloud out of all the planets, and it's been there for a long time. And another fun fact is Jupiter has 67 moons. Now, one of the more artistic planets we have is Saturn. Even though you might have gotten a little sneak peek, Saturn is the second largest planet and is mostly made of gas. Saturn has many other fascinating things with it, and it is also one of the gas giants. Hence, you cannot stand on Saturn because there's nothing to stand on. Saturn's rings are a more iconic image for the planet, and it is made of icy particles and are very thin and easily able to break. To another planet we're going to also show off some rings, is Uranus. Now, Uranus is the second farthest planet away from the sun. It orbits the sun on its side rather than every other planet that it orbits. It vertically orbits. Now, this creates an atmosphere that contains a lot of levels of ice in extreme weather seasons. It gets so bad that it can start raining diamonds that are denser than the ones we have on Earth. And talking about extreme colds and extreme temperatures, we're going to go to Neptune. Now, Neptune is the coldest planet, and it is the farthest away from the sun. Its winds create massive cold ice waves, and it is also a gas giant. Out of all the gas giants, it is the smallest. Even though you cannot see them, Neptune does have 5 rings that circle around it. It's just hard for the naked eye to see. Now, alright, I believe that is... What is this? Oh, Pluto! I almost forgot about you. Now, Pluto is in fact not a planet. It is a dwarf planet. It used to be a planet, but in 2006 it was named a dwarf planet due to its small size. But it is the most recent discovery since 1930 of our solar system. But it is also the farthest object from the sun. Now, I believe that is the end of this. So now, I want you to get in your groups and start talking, because we will be making our little models of our solar system as a class tomorrow. Let's have some fun and be creative. See you guys then.